Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joy of Sticks. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel. Today we're playing Tip-Off. Now with the NBA basketball season well underway, the NBA playoffs I should say well underway, I thought it'd be nice, and your New York Knicks going great guns through to the second round. I thought, let's have a look at some ST basketball games, shall we? And they're few and far between, really, aren't they? So I think we've got a GBA Championship, quite an early ST basketball game, which I haven't played. And then there's Future Basketball, which is more of a science fiction reimagining of the game of basketball. So not really basketball, but probably out of the three basketball games I found is most likely to be a decent game. That's by Hewson. And then here we've got Anco's Tip-Off. Now, I've got a bit of history with Anco's Tip-Off. I was a huge Kickoff fan as a kid. As a kid, I loved football, loved basketball, my two favourite sports. I loved playing football games on whatever system I had. Started with the Amstrad CPC. Emlyn Hughes International Soccer was a favourite, and Match Day 2 I loved as well. Anyway, when the ST came out, as soon as we got our hands on Kickoff, and I believe it was Kickoff Extra Time was my first experience of Kickoff. I don't think I've ever played the original. Extra Time was basically the same, but added a few extra bits and pieces to the game. The most important for me being aftertouch, this idea of being able to curl the ball after kicking it using the joystick. Anyway, love at first sight with Kickoff Extra Time. When Kickoff 2 came out, we got that straight away, me and my uncle, and loved that as well. All the extra additions to it were brilliant. So when I caught news of Anco were releasing Tip-Off, I thought, same but with basketball. Yes, please. So I rushed out and bought it. Now, I was a terrible pirate back in the day. 99% of my games were copied. Very few games would I actually go out and buy. But notably, Tip-Off was one of them. I went out to buy this one. Spoiler alert, I was massively disappointed. Expecting a game as good as Kickoff 2, but for basketball was high hopes, and it didn't quite match those high hopes. So yeah, spoiler alert, I don't think this is going to be good. But having said that, I haven't played it since. So hey. And to be honest, I don't remember playing it much when I bought it, which you can imagine is shocking at the time. What would it have been, 25 quid or something? Which back then would have been extortionate for a 12-year-old kid. Just to play a couple of times, be horribly disappointed and never play again. A lot of money to waste. Anyway, you can imagine how disappointed I was. But let's see. Maybe it's not that bad. Now I found this recently actually, going into some ST games with a tempered expectation, let's say. I've actually enjoyed them a lot more. I did that recently with Action Fighter. I had memories of the Sega Master System version, but tempered my expectations of the ST version, and then actually ended up really enjoying it. So low expectations of Tip-Off today. So hey, maybe, just maybe, it's not that terrible. No. Impressed with this already. Very Kickoff 2 style menu here. Except you're moving a cursor. That wasn't the case in Kickoff 2, was it? But how cool is this? 2 players versus the computer. Love that. Kickoff 2 always had that option. Did it? Did it have that option? I think it did. Yeah, you could assign yourself a particular player to play as in Kickoff 2. I really liked that. That was way ahead of its time, well before the FIFA games and that introduced that particular game style. But hey, all right, let's have a go then. Player 1 versus the computer. Now, do I recognise these names? I really don't. It's just called Team A. It doesn't even have a team name, let alone recognisable players. I wonder if they're just like names of the friends of the developers or something. So that's I can select the squad. Oh, blimey, okay. Insert data disk in drive DF0 and press the fire button. I don't actually have a data disk. I've got the first disk. Is that what you mean? Yes, I think. So is this where you pick your players? I can't even tell which 5 are currently on the court, but hey, okay, let's just look at tactics. Oh no, it's just not working, is it? Okay, we're done. Let's do that instead. Julian Rignall is one of the referees. Of course he is. Do I know this name? Koppel? Maybe. Yeah, Anco were always slipping in names of their developers and stuff into their games. I seem to remember Steve Screech being a referee in Kickoff. Or Kickoff 2. Can't remember which. Anyway, let's go, shall we? Okay, so there's our starting 5. Jerry Sutherland, Michael Grahams, Dave Fairclough, Lennox Hancock, Steve Bernstein. Nice. Let's check the attributes. Oh, I like it. Flair is the first tribute. Of course, the most important in basketball. Has the webcam gone a bit blurry? I think it has, hasn't it? Right, let's sort that out. Hang on. All right. Back to business. Okay, so Flyboy Sterling. Somehow I feel like he should be on the court. Mind you, he's tiny. What are these in feet? I only know basketball player height in feet. This is something I've just realised. Being from the UK, I use the metric system all the time, but in terms of basketball players, I have no idea what these heights mean. They're all tiny, actually. Isn't 2 metres? 2 metres is 6'6", isn't it? These players are all tiny. My tallest player is less than 6'6". Come on now. Also, look at the positions. Centre, makes sense. Right guard and left guard. I bet this guy smells nice. There's your obligatory dad joke of the video. And right forward, left forward. I don't know how much you guys know basketball, but those are not the positions. I'll get you up to speed. I'd say the average height of the NBA basketball player was probably about 6'6", 6'7", probably more likely these days. So yeah, these are tiny. And then on a basketball court, you have a centre, who tends to be your biggest player in the middle there, and you have a shooting guard and a point guard. Point guard does most of the dribbling and the playmaking, and the shooting guard, typically is the one that does the most shooting. And then you have a power forward who's a bigger inside player, and a small forward who is a bit of a mix. He'll be your like 6'8", 9" wing player, perhaps is the way to explain it. But yeah, yeah, not sure what's going on here. Okay, let's just go. Here we go. Let's just play, shall we? Are we in? Can we play now? We can play now. Yeah, so Tip-Off came out in 1992-ish, so I would have been 12 when I got it. And like I say, it's by Anco, the publishers, the developers of Kickoff. And Steve Screech being the main programmer of this game as well. Did I win it? Oh, I win it and grabbed it. That's not right. I'm shooting up. Okay. Oh, he's done him. He's done him. Oh, it's steal. Is that a tackle? It looked a bit like a shove to me. He's gone. The players look tiny. That's my first impression. All right, get to your spot. Have a shot. How do I shoot? I'm pressing fire. Oh, I've had a shot. It's in. Nice. All right, we're off again. There we go. He shoved him to the floor. I can't move. Right, dunk. Dunk. He fluffed the dunk. And again. What on earth was that? I can't move. Why can't I move? Okay, because I was trying to guard the inbounds, I think. That was an interesting pass. Go! There's no defenders, go! Dunk it! Dunk it, you fool! Oh my word, what a clown. Right, there's some kind of basket type thing that comes up in the top left there. Can we get some D? Can we jump? Oh my days. Yeah, so I don't know what that's all about, because that was off to the bottom right, and yet right, dribbling is really responsive. You know, you press in the direction. Come on, get in there. Well, he didn't dunk it either, did he? Was that a basket? Dribbling is responsive. You can tell players have different attributes. They're moving at different speeds and such. I shot the ball. I did not press the fire button. But other controls seem less responsive. Oh, got him. There do not seem to be fouls in this game. There we go. Okay. See, I had to press that twice to get that to happen. Oh, he's on the deck. No, I want to be a different player, please. There's no hustle from them whatsoever. Look at this. The ball's on the floor. Nothing happening. Oh, I did a jump. Past the ball. Oh, through the legs. I don't know how to shoot. I know how to do a hook shot. That's what I've just realised. Like, if you flick forwards and backwards, you do a hook shot. Why are my players so much slower than all of theirs? How did he grab that rebound? There's two of us there. Oh, yeah. So, like I say, movement seems responsive. There don't seem to be any fouls. They're just decking me left, right and centre. But doing anything other than movement is a crapshoot, to be honest. Oh, that's a layup and a half right there. Dave Fairclough. You couldn't get a more British sounding name there. Like I say, they're obviously not real players. This would have been right in my wheelhouse. I was just falling in love with the NBA, and oh, what a terrible shot. An air ball. Where are you all going? It's unorthodox tactics from the inbounds play there, but hey, not the worst I've ever seen. So the only way I can shoot is by doing a weird flicky thing with the with the joystick at the minute. Right, after my one successful tackle, I don't seem to be able to defend whatsoever. Fire button on its own seems to jump. Why are you guys jumping so early? The worst rebounders you've ever seen. Whoa, what a pass. Shoot it. Shoot it. I want to take a three. Okay, we're not taking a three. Shoot it! Yeah, there's that unresponsiveness coming in again. Get the ball. What is he? He's shooting. Oh, the end of the half. Nope. He's end of the quarter, rather. He's just shooting it from absolutely nowhere. Right, shoot. No, don't fake it. Okay, that was a shot. Is it going in? Nowhere near. Yeah, the shooting, oh, got him. The shooting I don't get either, particularly. Oh, is that three? No, it was that inside the arc, wasn't it? Good shot, though. What is the score? 6-6. Oh, my word. Terrible play. Oh, they lose the lead with that as well. I think we had more success when I just absolutely wellied the ball up the court. Oh, he's lost it again. It's all fallen apart. There doesn't seem any way to stop their progress whatsoever. Jumping is all I can do. Occasionally I manage to connect with a smack. Right, I tell you what, it seems like pace is the attribute you want. pass the ball, man. Oh, look at this play now. Oh, that's beautiful. How did you miss the layup, you absolute goon? Oh, he got us the ball. Got us the ball back, though. That's absolutely pathetic pass. Oh, it's so hard to believe that the same person that made Kickoff 2 made this game. It really is. It's like, it's just random. The things that you do, like Kickoff is so precise and skillful. But this, I'm not even out of bounds when I pass it inbounds. Did Steve Screech ever watch a game of basketball? It does make me wonder. Alright, take the 3. Take it. Okay, don't. Instead, just pass it to them. Oh! Yeah. I don't know how much I can take of this, guys. Now we're... Oh, I've got the ball back somehow. Okay. Oh, no, lost it again. Somehow. Yeah, defending is, like, really random. You just kind of run up to them and hope that your... whatever it is that you're doing, push, connects. Now, if there's a way to turn on fouls, I have no idea how you would defend. As it literally seems. Look at... No defensive 3-second rule in this game then, I guess. Mind you, the key is so big. There's no way you can defend anywhere but. Oh, I got him. Whack him, whack him. Block him. Where's he gone? Dribbling it out. What a fool. I tell you what, this game just makes me want to play Kickoff. That's the best thing about this game. It makes me want to play Kickoff. So that was a quarter. It's slow as well. It's... yeah, not great. Right, let's see if we can get someone on with a bit more pace. Oh, he's a fast fella. What position does he play? No idea, but he's pretty tall. Let's put him... No? I want to select you. I got, like... Or do I have to click here first? No? Oh, man. Alright, yep, whatever. Let's go. Whatever. Quick defense, what's that? Oh, okay. Tactics. Okay. Yeah, that means a lot to me. Can I substitute from here? Who was the tall guy? So, how about this for UI? You have to memorize the attributes and then swap the players. Wow. Okay, so I want to get rid of Bernstein and put Harding on. Oh, I can't believe that's what they've done. How is that what you've done, you absolute wallies? Why can't you just sub like hit? Why aren't the attributes always on screen? It's not like there's anything taking up the other side. Bizarre. Right, we've got some height. We can get a bit more pace here. In the right guard position. We'll put Sterling on for Graham's. It's so bad that you have to memorise it. No, and I can't select him first, of course. UI, guys. It's not a swear word. Alright, let's do this. Are we shooting down now? No, still shooting up? Still shooting up, right? I guess so. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Maybe. Can I pause this a second? No? We can't pause, no? Is it H for hold sometimes? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to look at the manual. See if we can learn anything from it. Now, I couldn't find a proper actual manual. I'm sure I've got this game actually somewhere up in the loft. What I did find though was an Amiga version of the manual, like as an OCS scan, so we might be able to learn something from it. There's a ton of options and things and all sorts, I mean, to the game's credit, but it's not what we need right now. We just need to know how to play the game. It tells you what full court press is and stuff like that before it even tells you the controls. How ridiculous. Does it? Does it actually tell you the controls? Okay. I think these are the controls. Player movement. Yeah, well that makes sense. Oh, a player with the ball can run at 2 speeds. Tap the fire button to toggle between the 2 speeds. How bizarre. Dribbling. A player with the ball dribbles the ball when he's stationary. Hold down the fire button and move the joystick left or right to control the rhythm of the player. Keeping the joystick in one direction will move the player round in a circle. Only the left or right movements of the joystick are operational. What? What? Right, let's get the ball back. Just went past me like I wasn't there. Look at these behind the... I do like that. It's hit him. Oh, the defending in this game is atrocious. Non-existent. Oh, I got it. Okay. Let's get in some space. I was trying to do what it told me to do. Hold the fire button and move, and then got absolutely wrecked. 2 speeds? They both seem exactly the same. What a terrible shot. Okay, whatever. Crouching. Hold down the fire button with the joystick in center position. The player will now dribble in a low crouching position to minimize. Oh, they're doing a substitute. Okay. To minimize the chances of a steal. If you say so. Oh, got it. Okay. Let's see the crouch. So here's me standing. Nope. Didn't crouch. Mind you, I wasn't dribbling. But as if a game with tiny little sprites like this, almost sensible soccer style sprites, you want to control the rhythm of your dribble. What were they thinking? Get that ball, man. Got him. But I did not get the ball. It's a good shot. And we crash. Oh, amazing. Amazing. It gets better. Oh dear, oh dear. Do we need to play any more of this? I do. Hang on. Okay, what else have we got? Let's see. Chest pass. Hold the fire button down again. Okay, what? Alright, sorry, I've missed a bit. When the fire button is released, the player goes into... This is after the crouch that we failed to do. When the fire button is released, the player goes into hold mode. An allowance of 0.5 seconds has been made. If you press the fire button again within 0.5 seconds, you can resume dribbling. If you go into hold mode, you must either shoot or pass the ball. So when you stop dribbling, you must shoot or pass the ball. Release the fire button and the player will now hold the ball. He is ready to pass or shoot. What? Did they just... What? Oh my word. Sensible Soccer had been out by this point. Right? Okay, I'm thinking back to Kickoff 2. And where you could like hold the fire button to trap the ball and then pass it off. Are they trying to go for something similar? And then we've got some different pass types. Hold the fire button down again to release the ball. Hold the fire button down. Reverse the joystick from the direction the player is facing and release the fire button. That's for a between the legs pass. Overhead pass. Special only. I don't know what that means. Oh, press the second fire button. We don't have one of those. Wonder why it's special only. This is just absolute rot. Why have you done this? You don't need the player to control all of these different ways of doing things. Especially not at the expense of things being intuitive and accessible. Okay, a jump shot. I was failing to shoot. It's the most popular shot in the modern game of basketball. The player jumps at you. Okay, we know what a jump shot is. Player releases the ball at the height of his jump while the player is holding the ball. Tap the fire button briefly. So I've got to get him to stop dribbling and then I can shoot. Okay. Oh look, there's a practice. Maybe I should practice. Should we practice these skills? Practice individual skills. Yes, please. Insert disc 1. Press the fire button. A sky hook. This shot is only possible when the player making the shot is near the basket. Reverse. That's what I was doing. That was a nice way to shoot. Running jump shot. Do a running jump shot. The player with the ball must be running at full... What is this? How is this a practice? I just double dribbled. How is this a practice? So to practice the game, we're going to send you into a completely different game mode with a different viewpoint. This is bizarre. No. Go away. Oh. I actually think this is worse than I remember it. Is that possible? Slam dunk. This shot is played very near the basket. He needs to be tall and must have good jumping attributes. Reverse the joystick. Okay. I can do a dummy. I think it means a head fake. Maybe a ball fake. Right. I don't know. I'm none the wiser, to be honest. Oh, here you go. This might be good. Basket shooting aid. When a shot is made at the basket, a crosswire appears. This shows where the ball is going to land if no corrective action is taken. You can move the crosswire using controls to achieve a basket. You've got 2 seconds to control it. I didn't seem to be able to move the crosshair. Yeah. No, we're not practicing. Okay, create teams. Nice. And we can do a league. It seems like there's a lot of like options and things. I like the practice mode is bizarre. I wouldn't have called it a practice mode. Maybe call it something else. But the fact that there's this side-on view, it could have been cool. But what I wanted was to be able to practice, because the move system is quite complex. Let's see if we crash again. I can't be bothered to substitute again, even though we've got quicker and taller players on the bench. Can't be bothered. Right, having read the manual, let's see if that actually makes any difference. Oh, some defensive controls here. While the ball is in the air, press the fire button to jump. Stealing. While the player is dribbling the ball, the opposition tries to steal the ball. The player who is going to do the stealing must be facing the player with the ball. Press the fire button. I somehow won the tip without even looking. Okay, so he fouled me that time. That's the first time we've had a foul. So he hit me while I was trying to take a shot, which is obviously a no-no. That is not how teams line up to get the rebound from a free throw. Wow. Nope. Scored anyway. Couldn't move the crosshair. Scored anyway. I'm pressing the fire button. Nothing's happening. Again, crosshair nowhere near the basket. Went in. Couldn't move it. See, when a game is baffling and then you go to the manual and then it's still just as baffling, it's not a good sign, is it really? Get him on his knees. Get up, mate. You've got to defend. What a clown. Good ball movement there from Team A. Thank goodness sports game developers realised that you need to also emulate the I don't know what I'm saying. You need to also emulate the, oh my word, dirty player. Emulate the feel of a game. Because I mean, from the instructions of what the game intends to have in it. A foul by Lennox Hancock. What is going on now? Skyhook, which he plucked out of the air somehow. Pretty impressive, though I think it might have been goaltending. Get him. Now I can't hop over the downed player for some reason. And we got another crash. Oh dear. Well, that's tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. I don't quite know what to say. Do you remember at the start of the video where I was all like, go in with low expectations and we'll probably find some fun? Did we find some fun? No, we did not. No, we did not. That's terrible. That's so bad. Oh dear. I'm sure I've played better basketball games on the Spectrum. Anyway, should we see what the magazines say? This should be fun. Well, I struggled to find ST reviews. They must be out there somewhere, but yeah, I was struggling to find them. I did find one from the One. It seemed like they just cut and paste the same review from the One for Amiga and the One for ST. But yeah, they gave it 50%. It's one of the lowest scores I've seen here. But they said, since the moment it was announced, everybody was expecting tip-off to be another kick-off. And I was about to say, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. But then it says, unfortunately, that's exactly what it is. Like, what? Kick-off was awesome. Okay, here we go. So I haven't played the original kick-off, so maybe they're right about this. The original kick-off was chock full of bugs, inadequacies, and mistakes. Well, we've seen the bugs. We've seen the inadequacies here. That said, it was still very playable. Tip-off is also chock full of bugs, inadequacies and mistakes. The difference being that this time we know what we're looking for. I don't know what they mean by that. If you manage to finish a game without it crashing, we'd love to hear from you. Nope, not us. You won't be hearing from us anytime soon. There's a few things they liked. They liked the manager mode. We didn't look at that, did we? But that's a bit like, because Anco made a game called Player Manager, which used the Kickoff engine to play the games, but then you could also buy and sell players and stuff like that and do tactics and things. Player Manager was good. They also say, to be honest, it's inexcusable that Anco has released a game in this state. Oh, and then they say, we can only hope that Tip-Off 2 will be good enough to do for Tip-Off what Kick-Off 2 did for Kick-Off. That is, make it playable. Unfortunately, there never was a Tip-Off 2. Yeah, because unfortunately Kick-Off was actually popular and people wanted a sequel. I don't think Tip-Off was popular. Alright, now, so, like I said, I struggled to find ST reviews, but I did find some Amiga reviews, and don't normally want to show Amiga reviews, especially something this late in the ST's life where the Amiga version might be different. We saw in the manual, didn't we, where it's talking about a second fire button. Well, that's not going to be on the ST, but it could be on the Amiga, couldn't it? But I wanted to show you this anyway, because this discrepancy is ridiculous. So here we've got two reviews, side by side, one from Zero and one from Amiga Format. So Amiga Format gave it the same as the One, they gave it 50%. And then Amiga gave it 90%. What's that all about? That's got to be the biggest discrepancy in reviews we've seen so far. What's that? That's ridiculous. So let's see anyway. So what do the Amiga say? What do the Zero say? They say, I must admit, when I first loaded Tip-Off, I thought, oh dear, I wish I'd looked at the manual. That's exactly what I thought. But even without it, I soon found myself scoring baskets. The control system is a credit to Anco. What are you on? Genuinely, that's one of the worst control systems I've seen. because it seemed, picking up and playing it seemed utterly random and totally unresponsive. And then we looked at the manual and learnt what the controls were, and it was still just as opaque. Like, doing what it said in the manual wasn't doing what it said it should. Yeah, shocking. If anything, it plays better than Kickoff 2. What? Perhaps it's due to the fact there are only 5 players instead of 10 under your control. Okay, 11. Well, I suppose 10 under your control. The CPU controls the keeper. Maybe it's because the court isn't as big. Whatever, it works. Oh, I wonder how much they got paid for that review. Okay, over to Amiga format. Sadly, Tip-Off lacks atmosphere, finesse of gameplay, and participatory flair. It's an interesting way to put it, but I think they're onto something there. There's no atmosphere. It doesn't feel, or, it doesn't have the atmosphere of a game of basketball at all. There's no finesse. It's very clunky. Participatory flair. I don't understand what that is, but I'm guessing there's no, you don't feel the flow of the game of basketball like you do when you play a good basketball video game. It does try, interestingly, it says. The sheer number of options vouch for this, but at the end of the day, you have to call a timeout and go and do something else instead. Let's see. Oh, this is a weird way of putting it. Nice idea. Basketball is an adrenal sport. Sounds a bit filthy, doesn't it? Horrible realization. The gameplay is just too finicky and boring to carry on with. Here. Loads of options to choose from. These range from team selection to practice. Crap sound effects. Didn't even notice the sound effects. A bouncing ball and some crowd cries are about it. Small and weedy players. The players were very small, who are difficult to control and who do not react quickly enough to your desires. I don't know about desires, but they didn't react to my joystick controls for sure. So how about that? 090 Amiga format 50. I have to say, I am definitely leaning towards the 50 of the 1 and Amiga format with that one. That's validated what I thought back in the day as a kid. It's terrible. It just goes to show, doesn't it? After a kid has saved and spent months worth of pocket money on a game, played it a couple of times and then never ever gone back to it again. What does that tell you? A lot of games we had or bought, we played to death because it's what we had. I mean, I was reminiscing the other day about people were talking about how music and games kind of sometimes get indelibly linked in your mind. So much so that when you hear a music track, you're instantly transported back into the game. And that happens with me because probably with birthday money again, I don't know, but I bought Final Fight on the ST and Oh Carolina by Shaggy on the same day. Brought them back, played them both to death. That's the single Oh Carolina, by the way, so just that one song over and over and over while I was playing Final Fight. Now, both examples of their media are pretty terrible, really, in hindsight. Final Fight's not the greatest conversion, and Shaggy hasn't really stood the test of time, has he? Bless him. It was fun at the time, but I enjoyed them, and I'd spent my money on them, so I was getting my money's worth out of them. But yeah, with Tip-Off, could have been 2 plays maximum. It's probably like this. It probably crashed instantly, and I never wanted to play it again. Oh dear. Okay, anyway, sorry about the moan. Normally I like these videos to be very positive, but I'm struggling to find the positive here. Maybe I'll do a Kickoff 2 video next and we can enjoy Anco's better output. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to wade into the comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. If you've played this or if you're just shocked by the fact that somebody who made Kickoff 2 can make such an awful pile of jobs. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching.